everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War with Darth mod. So, since last time, it's happened quite a few things because it's 1733. I think I've done like 3 turns, so maybe not that much, but anyways, so the fleet has moved over here. We killed off quite a few barbarians. Well, they're called the Barbary States, so why not? Barbarians. And we also torched their port, but I think it's back up and running now. But we cleansed the seas of them interfering with our trade. And then I have gone ahead and recruited and moved over enough units to create the armies here we see before us. So we've got one large army over here with 40 units. Consisting of Royal Highlanders. I believe they have 4 of them. They should have 4 of them. Then we got a lot of British Fusiliers, Royal British Grenadiers, the Royal Welsh Fusiliers, and so on. Nothing new with this. And then, well, it's got upgraded cannons at this point. So we've got 24-pounder cannons and 32 howitzers. Same for this army, and same amount, so 3 of each, 3 howitzers, 3 cannons. This army consists of Line Infantry Guards, Royal Irish Regiment, the Black Watch, 5 of them. Then we got 4 British Fusiliers, we got 4 Royal Highlanders. We've also got a number of Coldstream Guards. I believe there's 5 of them, 5 Coldstream Guards, 2 units of Royal Cuirassiers, 2 units of Hussars, and we're waiting for the cannons to arrive, which should make this... There should be 1 more slot open for this army, which I think will fill by putting another Hussar. One thing that I actually did realize when looking at my armies is that they tend to have quite a few cavalry units, which is probably not that good. And as you can see, for some reason, all of a sudden, I've got spies in the thousands. So I've got 4 spies running around in Europe. Very good though, because we're gonna go and take a look at what we're doing here. Don't forget though that in the end, we do not intend really to hold any great territories in Europe. So I'm going to let France come back. I'm just setting up France as to not be a great threat to us. Also, I picked up that intellectual from the colonies, John Campbell, and he's finally made it to Oxford. And the priest, I picked him up as well, and he's slowly turning Ireland Protestant. In India, nothing much more than I've gone ahead and completed these armies by placing 3 units of grenadiers in either of these. So we got full armies now. Also, I think the artillery place is ready, so we will go ahead and trade out some of the cannons. Let's see, do I get... I do think the 32-pounder is actually... There's actually a limit on that cannon, so we're not going to get that many of them, but we are going to trade to the 24-pounders instead of the current 12-pounders which these armies carry. This one has... Oh, they have 4. So they have 4 each then. Because this one then needs 1 more. Yes, it has 4 each. So those will be replaced. So we'll double the amount of firepower we can lay down with them. I've got a navy here, and I'm building a shipyard to be able to recruit ships in that area. Britain, I'm building a second shipyard over there. In, I think it's Newcastle. Yes, it is Newcastle. And in America, I've given back New York. And I'm not going to give back Philadelphia just yet, but at some point I will. Although I imagine once I take the Cherokee territories, they will fall under my control, so that it doesn't really matter that much. Also, there actually was a invasion force by Genoa that came through the bay here. I believe, yeah, that came through here, up through the river, but was then defeated by the 13 colonies navies that turned up from somewhere. I don't know where they have them, maybe out here somewhere. They came up anyways. There was a naval battle. Not that I saw it, but it happened. And Worcester Regiment. Why do they get Worcester Regiment and I don't? That's unfair. Look at how old the colony's armies are. They've got demi-cannons. They've got still recruiting lots of spear units. Not very good. Oh yes, one new unit was able for recruit in North America, and that was the 16th Light Dragoons, also known as Tarleton's Dragoons. You can see them right there. And yes, the thing that we have right now is the landing of our force there. Then we can move down, starting a war with the Cherokee. Once the armies in Europe are ready, we can see about starting the war with Portugal. Now, Portugal is allied with Spain, so we might see a war against Spain. So I'm not sure if I should let France rebel before or after we declare war. Well, it's probably best to do it before, because we still want to have these points. One of the main things is to take this naval hospital and hopefully stop the Portuguese from recruiting a lot of these good ships. The main defense, well, they've got a lot of troops here. A lot of it's line infantry. The enemy carries a lot more cavalry than I do. They've got quite a bit of cannons as well, so we get some proper battles going here, both of which will almost be an 80 versus 80 unit army battle, which will be quite spectacular. Then on actually taking on the Portuguese in their home region is going to be hard, because they've got a lot of ships, a lot of heavy first rate and so on. So I think mostly, to begin with, we're going to try to avoid their navy and fight them on land as much as we can. It would be good if I could secure Spain as my ally instead. And that way, I could march through Spain to attack Portugal, and I can bypass the navy. Because right now, I don't think I will be able to take on the navy. The navy is one tier higher than me in terms of technology, so they've got larger ships. And I'm pretty sure, even if, well, if I combine all the ships Great Britain has right now, I think we can outmatch them. One of the problems is going to be all my trade locations on the map. For say the areas where I have in Africa and so on. I'm pretty sure that they would quite easily be destroyed by the Portuguese navy if it decided to go that way. But the question is, of course, if they would leave. I think the AI is stupid enough. It probably would leave its home region open for a naval invasion, just to take out my trade nodes. But of course, I do make a lot of my money from there, from my trade. At least I think a bit more than half of all my income comes from that. I still, though, make at this point, I think I make £80,000 each turn in profit, and the total amount. Oh, there goes the Indians. I was actually hoping to check how much money I make. This battle will, depending on how the terrain looks, this battle could very well be very close to what the last video's battle was. There we are for the army setup. Now I decided to go ahead and, you know what, maybe I should pause here. The Native Americans are attacking. Let's put these guys on skirmish mode, or they might as well already retreat actually, because I don't want to lose them. Cavalry should move to the flank. Anyways, what I decided to do to make it a bit easier to defend this time around, so Pippin learned something from the last battle where he lost a lot of the Highlanders. So this time, as soon as he got onto Huron territory, as he landed, he went ashore and then he built up this defensive position on this hill. So you can see in front of it, we've got a lot of these kinds of hinders to stop the enemy coming on along all of this. And then up here we have entrenched ourselves, so we can hide behind these barricades and fire from there. And it's a very good position. And then behind the front line, which are going to be manned by the guys that are good at shooting, the Northumberland Fusiliers and the Highlanders. Behind them we've got the Grenadiers that can push up, possibly if the Indians or Native Americans get too close. So I'm telling these guys to run back to safety, to stay away from the battle. Oh, looks like the officer was caught there in among the medicine men. Let's see if we can maybe align these men a little bit better along the wall. And these, they were pretty good aligned already. So there's a lot, as you can see, a lot of Native Americans coming on here. Luckily for me, they're all pushing towards the center, which means a lot of bad stuff is going to happen in the center, unfortunately. You know what? The Grenadiers are definitely going to have to come closer here. Let's go slow motion so we can see what actually is taking place down on the battlefield. Northumberland Fusiliers are being attacked. The Native Americans are able to close distance very quickly, and so I'm not entirely sure how well we were able to actually shoot them down. The thing here is, I can probably get the Grenadiers to come up just behind these. And since you see the elevation distance here, the Grenadiers could probably fire onto the Native Americans without killing that many of our own. We could also see about possibly using some grenades, because people have been asking about that. And we can see about doing that. Anyways, back to normal speed. Let's see, where do I have my Rangers? There's so many men, it is actually lagging quite badly at this point. Right, let's see if we can get some grenades thrown over here. Without hopefully too much problem. I think we can move these Grenadiers. These should be able to move up and fire upon the enemy. Okay, so we're ready here. Grenades. Let's throw the unit quite far back. Let's throw. This might go very badly. Holy crap. The Native American units really took a beating there. And quite a few of them are retreating. Let's see, how's it going over here? The Grenadiers are able to fire in among this. The thing is, I think these guys, the medicine men. We need to deal with those guys. Can we throw grenades there? Oh, we have Highlanders breaking. There goes a load of grenades. More grenades going in there. Oh, we got massive amounts of Native Americans being able to get through here. The thing is really there's too many of them. We can't handle all of these Native Americans. Send in the cavalry. It's a shame that the Scots have to stand in the front and they get beating every bloody time. The Northumberlands over here were defeated. I'm not entirely sure the enemy will get much further than this. We actually got a Scottish line infantry unit holding right there, being able to fire, and this one's also holding. So it's really that the unit that stood there gave way, and the unit that stood there. So one Northumberland Fusiliers had to retreat, and he can be replaced by this one. Well, these guys are closer, so why don't they run up and take that position? The Native Americans are... I guess they lost enough men at this point. Cavalry will retreat because I see spikes there. We will try to reorganize the main line. These guys will hold their fire at this point because there's a risk of us shooting our own men. Oh, look the chevrons these guys got. Let's see how the Scottish should be... Yeah, they've started firing by rank at this point. Let's see what this one fires by rank. Rear rank, preset, fire! We need to plug the gaps. Pushing forwards, the Grenadiers. Open fire! And we need to secure this flank. And we'll send forwards the cavalry. Now we have to take care because the enemy has placed spikes on their own along the line here. But at this point it seems more or less like it's just their bowmen covering the retreat of the rest of their army. Because everyone else being defeated. Even though we took heavy casualties in this battle as well, I think the strategy of pipping in this battle have been successful. Let's get these guys on an angle there so they don't take a lot of damage by those guys there. So I think they were successful, or he was successful with his strategy of building this here fort on the hill. And now you can see the Native American bowmen running away. Now it's high time for us to charge them down. A lot of them are running away. We'll see. There's a lot of enemy spikes all over the place. It was not all the defenses I had put up seems to have been put to use. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, as they die, they drop their axes, and all their axes line up perfectly here. So it's just, if you need an axe, come and pick one up. Right, this regiment will go and chase down these. And this one, why don't you chase these, and you chase these, and you spread out, and you chase these. And then I think it's time to tell the cannons to hold fire. Oh, one of the cannons got hit as well. But the cannon crew is still there. Well, at least some of them. But yeah, the cannons need to hold fire as well. This corner held, even though this was one... Well, this wasn't really the weak point. The weak point was on the other side, where we didn't actually have protection of the flank. But we held down here because it seemed like the Native Americans pushed most of their men towards the center. Unfortunate there for the drummer. Lies dead there. There's a few men lying across here. The thing is, this strategy, I think it was pretty good. It was good because it seemed to... I don't think we suffered that many casualties on our own once we threw the grenades. And once I threw the grenades, you could really see how the Native American lines broke apart quite quickly afterwards. But it would be nice if there was an actual tab where you can see how many you team killed, or killed of your own. I saw a few that got hit because it seemed like the grenades hit on impact. And we had a few in the back here that got hit by the grenades. But, yeah, our men held, the enemies did not. See, the cavalry is chasing these guys down. I don't think they were very successful at chasing these guys down. It doesn't seem like they were. Anyways, time to end this then. Quit the battle. Decisive victory. Very good. I would sooner fail than not be among the greatest. The enemy lost 6,800 men, so roughly the same numbers as the other army. The difference this time around is we lost less men. We lost 1,700. Last time we lost a little around 2,000, if I recall. Number of kills, Northumberland Fusiliers. They did a hard fighting battle. Hassel Grenadiers, probably the ones throwing grenades. Very good. Scottish line there went from 2 chevrons to, I think, that must be 5, I think. So it gained 3 chevrons, which is very good. That unit's probably quite experienced. Oh, and they retreated away from the capital, which means that I can march directly at it without having to worry about the outer assault battle, which I'm going to conduct. Path blocked. Trained gained. Degree Archer. We need to use Degree Archer before he dies. Because at this point he probably is quite old. Blessings be onto thee. We haven't lost a unit, have we? No, a few are very badly battered, but none has given up. Just for safe measure, just in case. Outer assault can sometimes be tricky. Outer assault. We lost 682 men. I hope no unit was destroyed. So we got, you know what, the easiest way of looking at is, rather than looking there, looking at this. So can we hire new Northumberland Fusiliers? We can't buy them, we couldn't get them here, we get them here. Oh, So one of them was destroyed. How about the Scots then? Where do we have the Scottish? Not Black Watch. There we have the Scottish Line Infantry. No. So one of the Northumberland Fusilier units, unfortunately, was utterly destroyed. So we're gonna have to pick that one up later. But yeah, we took out the Huron nation, and our supremacy in North America is inching ever closer. Nation destroyed. New town emerges, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Harrisburg is going to become a crafts workshop. Looks like new town emerges in France. It will be a crafts workshop. A new town emerges. It will be a crafts workshop. And then constructions. Calcutta, Bengal got a new... let's see. We've got Diggory Archer right here. Diggory Archer is 57 years old. He's one of the most skilled generals, but I think Pippin beats him. Because Pippin's got a lot of stars. 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. And he doesn't have a stupid cousin, and that's always a plus. So he will pick up... the Northumberland Fusiliers that are being recruited right here. And he might just... should we... you know what? I think we'll split the Tarleton Dragoons. 3 will go to this army, and 3 will go to Pippin's army. And yeah, then we will look to attack the Cherokee. And we will... you know what? I really need more battleships of all kind to be able to take on Portugal. But then I want to see if I can get Spain. Really what I want is Spain to be better friends with me than they are with Portugal. And so they will side with me or not side at all. So right now we're 111 plus. A lot of it is with trade agreement, but they're unhappy that we are allied with one of their enemies, which is Austria. Yes, Austria got a new queen. Elizabeth Emilia the First has taken up the role of queen now, since the old one died. I don't really know what Spain thinks. Well, they seem to think quite highly of Portugal. But we need to increase that to be even more so. They are allied with Spain, the Mughal Empire, Poland, Lithuania, and Venice. Let's see if we can increase our relationship with the Spanish. No, wait, what did I do there? Did I just... oh, I ended trade. That was not my intention at all. Crap. God, what did I do now? Spinning mule. You know what? I think I accepted one of their stupid proposals and I gave them some cannon technology instead for some money or some shit. So, we went from trying to... Spain is now hostile. Wow. Okay, so my idea of making Spain a friend didn't work out too well. Right. You know what? This might be just as well. Let's invade Spain instead of Portugal. Let's relocate the armies towards the Spanish border. We will have one army, hopefully going through Europe, and we'll take Milan. And we'll take Naples. We'll take this island of Sardinia, and so on. And most importantly, we can roll up a lot of their territories in America. Right, start marching. This army, let's see if we can gain military. Well, we can gain military access through the. Oh, we won't get past there anyways. Or will we? Yes, no, we can. We get through there. Ah, we'll have to go through Venice. So what we'll have to do is go through Genoa. And what my plan is we probably need to go down here. And then we'll build a fort. The fort will be upgraded to the 2nd level, and then our spies will now, since we have a goal, we know where they should go, and that is they need to be heading into Italy. We need someone here in Portugal. The thing is though, you know what? I'm stupid. If I declare war on what's their face? If I declare war on Spain, Portugal might join them. And so I still have to face the Portuguese. And right now I just open up for them to ravage through into France, which is not good. We should prepare then in North America. Thing is, should I maybe concentrate entirely on dealing with the Spanish then, rather than going for the Cherokee? It would be nice though to unite all of North America before we go ahead and attack the Spanish. We'll see. Well, we'll need to prepare anyways, because the Spanish are very unhappy with us at this point, and so they could declare war on us. Let's go ahead and end turn and see what happens. Plus, I want to be ready to move Pippin and his army. The Cherokee nation is a definite goal, and we'll put Spain as 2nd. Social contract, 1,000. No, that's not. Well, the thing is, that's such an old technology, so I might as well, maybe. But 1,000, that isn't anything. I also tried to buy the territory of Sweden, and I got up to £50,000 for it, and they still refused. Which is kind of strange, because I don't think I doubt that that region makes more than maybe £1,000 a month, and so it would take me 50 turns, which would be 25 years, and we played 34 years, so I don't. That wasn't a very good deal by Sweden, unless of course they're using it for a base of some kind, with thinking about expanding to other territories in the area, but I doubt it, because it's the AI, and the AI is rather stupid. Construction built, nothing. Right, can I leave this area? Yes, I can. On to the ships, and then we need to travel. We can travel somewhere there. Actually, yeah, outside the coast of Philadelphia. Damn, why is it lagging like that? And then we can see about getting the dragoons. Getting dragoons in place. Might actually be better to get these guys to come there. And then these to move over here. And prepare our attack on the Cherokee. Let's see. what did I do here? Yes, this should be safe. Europe. Let's see, we've got a fort over there which is being built. And then I do think we probably need a fort around here somewhere, next to the village. Well, let's see, there's a road right there. So how about having the fort right there? What does it say? Unable to build a fort. Building a fort requires general and you must with your own region. Well, I am. Is it too close to something? There we go. What's this fort for? Fort Waldengrave. And this is Fort Ho. Right. Maybe to protect against a possible invasion here, I could recruit a Swiss army with the Swiss troops. So mercenary army entirely comprising of Swiss soldiers. You know what? Let's do the Swiss line infantry first because they do one turn. And then I can quickly recruit a lot of them. Thing is, we're gonna get more marines as well. Once I'm able to construct the Admiralty, we'll get more marines. And what else am I doing here? Yes, the spies, the spies. My spies need to find their way. I want to see what's going on here. Oh, Sweden and the Austrians possibly fighting.
What do you require?
Head through there. Do we have another spy somewhere around here? I believe we had 4. One is there. One is there. One is there. And one is here. I want to see what they've got in Milan. They've got an army. Slightly broken up. And what's it comprising of? Normal line infantry. Just a lot of line infantry and a few old cannons. So nothing much. Nothing we need to worry about. This spy will head over there and he'll stay there. This one will go down there. And then... what does the Spanish Navy actually have? Are they any good, the Spanish Navy? Here's the main Spanish Navy. Race bit galleons, 5th rate galleons. No, they're crap. The big navy will lie outside of this port of Cadiz, protecting against the enemy, possibly leaving the port. And the smaller navy will go ahead and head close to Sardinia and keep an eye on that. And what it will do then is... why can he move? Oh, bloody pirates. And then what we will do is possibly transport one of my British armies. Islands! Islands I will keep. Islands I will keep. But the other territories in Europe I will not. I don't think. So we'll try to make them puppets of some kind. So that's good. What else do I have to do? How's it going with technology? 2 turns away from light doctrine. What kind of troops will I get from that? We will get light infantry in Europe, light cavalry sharpshooters, the green jackets, sharpshooters, chasseurs britanniques, riflemen scouts, and in North America I think what we'll get is, we can't see it here, we'll probably have to go to a place like this. Then we will get Queen's Rangers, and that's about it. And in India, what we'll get there in India, we will get colonial light infantry, but nothing more than that. And for the last one, guards, yeah, nothing really super interesting there. Oh, this one needs to be dry dock, yes. And what's next? You know what? Wooden forts is kind of crap. We need to upgrade these to artillery forts as well. But I don't think we're going to go further than artillery forts, because the really big fort is annoying. This one needs to be upgraded as well, so I can build good ships there. And enter! Lower Louisiana, this region is not producing enough food. Where do I have Upper Louisiana and Lower Louisiana? How come you're not producing enough food then? There's no more villages to be had in this region. And, well, I can't really do anything besides probably turning this into some kind of factory. Confidential sector, local knowledge, recruitment in France, construction, a lot of things was constructed. Let's see, this region was, and then a few factories inland were built. The dragoons, let's see, where's the ship? Should be able to pick these guys up, and then he should be able to land. The plan was to land them so we can march to Savannah and then to St. Augustine. And so, let's see. Come ashore right there, next to Charleston, Carolinas. And the ship will just have to lie in wait out there. The army is ready and it's fully equipped, so we should be able to new casting techniques. We should be able to attack. Same with this army. This one, oh wait, it's not ready because, well, the dragoons have not arrived yet. One more turn and then the dragoons have arrived. And then it's probably one more turn because we need to fully march as far as possible before being able to declare war. Or not being able to, but doing it in a way that will actually be a good, useful way. Let's see. We need more of the Swiss. You know what? We can just put a lot of these Swiss to protect Paris in case Portugal declares war, but that's, I believe, is gonna have to be for next turn. The Pope has a lot of troops. Where does the Pope get all that money? We are trading with him a bit, but is it all the wineries he gets the money from? He's got 3 of them. And he's got another, just an extra precaution, he's got a church there, in case the Holy Seat is not enough to persuade his populace. He's got a large fort and all. As far as I can see, he's got a lot of troops. Not a lot of good troops though. It's still quite old. I'm the one of the few nations that actually is gaining ground when it comes to knowledge. You can see in the prestige tab that I am the most enlightened nation, with the next one is Sweden, I think, with 300, and Sweden and Austria come on equal terms. My navy has increased to 2,000 points, which means that I'm second in navy after the Ottoman Empire. The economy is number 1, and then for the army, I believe I come in at the 2nd place, so I'm coming 2nd place navy. It's the Ottomans that got the bigger navy, and Sweden got more army points. Anyways, this will be the episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully We'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.